Hi, welcome back to Cameras Rolling. Well, actually, it's me welcome back. I haven't had my show on for a while. So I'm going to have a new platform, and it's stuff that I love, that I know the people of West Hartford love. So tonight's very special interview is going to feature something I love. And it's the Halloween-y, creepy time. It is the West Hartford Hauntings through the Noah Webster house. Also, tonight, very exciting, for the first time in history, we're going to have a dead person on my panel. Yep, a dead person. Okay, so tonight's interview is The Hauntings, which I love, I have been a part of, and it's part of the Noah Webster house, and my guests tonight are Jeffrey Mainville. Give it up for Jeffrey.
Hello, Marsha. Thanks for having us.
And Mrs. Bishop, our dead zombie who has an attitude problem. And this is Suzanne Sayers, and she's the writer of The Hauntings for how many years now?
Director.
And the director, yeah.
17 years for me. Wow. Yes.
She's been doing it since she was 15.
That's right.
So, tell me about. Well, let's start with you, Jeffrey, about how much the Hauntings means to the Noah Webster house.
We do lots of programs every year, but West Hartford Hauntings, besides being the most fun, is just the most popular.
It kills it. Right?
It kills it. People love it. Halloween is really fun in New England this time of year, and West Hartford Hauntings seems to be popular with so many people. We're thrilled that it's just sort of building in strength. It's getting better every year, and that's a testament to everything that Suzanne's doing and the cast and even Mrs. Bishop. But we are thrilled that this program is doing. It's just a lot of fun. It brings a lot of attention to West Hartford and the history of West Hartford. We're the Noah Webster House, but our second part of our name is West Hartford Historical Society, and so we can talk about that, where we feature history.
Yeah. Well, that's a perfect segue for our writer and director. So, do you do themes each year? So I remember the one I was involved with that I really enjoyed was the guy who invented the laughing gas.
Right.
What's his name?
The dentist.
Yeah, the dentist.
I forget.
Horace.
Horace
Wells.
Horace Wells. Yeah, and that was really fun because it was a theme. So, you do stick to historical themes or just historical stories?
Both.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily a theme every year. This year, we wanted to focus, the tour guide is Mrs. Steele. So we realized there's a lot of street names that are named after people that were the first to West Hartford, and we don't know a lot. So we thought we would maybe uncover at least one of them. So Mrs. Steele and her husband, Alan, were one of the first residents of West Hartford. So we talk a little bit about their story and kind of generational wealth and how these streets were named, how they acquired land, how women actually were not allowed to own land. So there's a lot of layers to it. And all the stories are not necessarily connected to the tour guide, but we weave in some common thread throughout. But we jump around we have colonial period this year and Victorian period, and Mrs. Bishop, I think you're late 1800s. So so it definitely, the time span varies.
Right.
But sometimes we have, like next year, because of the 250th anniversary, so that we might be focusing more on Revolutionary War, some of the themes. So it depends on the year. We've done years where we focused on witchcraft and the witches, because that actually happened 30 years in Connecticut before Salem.
Right.
So sometimes there's a little bit more of a theme.
And when you write them, now, do you guys work together, right? Jeffrey,
So
do you guys have to approve the stories, or?
We don't. We give Suzanne. We trust Suzanne completely with her, but she does work with our team, Sheila, and some of the folks there.
So, and I don't write all the stories. A lot of these are stories that we've recycled from even before I came on board, and they were stories that the staff years ago wrote. I at least edit everything. Last year, the scene you were in, that was one that I wrote. But this year, I write the in between, and then Sandra, our lead tour guide, writes all the tour guide dialogue. So there are multiple writers. Right now, it's usually Sandra and myself that are either writing or editing. So It depends. It's not just me, but we do have researchers too at the Noah Webster House, and then we also have some friends of the Noah Webster House who also does some research for us as well and sends me that information.
Great.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that I enjoy is I love like a icky death or like like a violent death or just a sad story.
Yeah.
Because I am a true crimer too, so I get immersed in it.
Right.
But that's one of the things I love about the West Hartford Hauntings is that they are true stories, and you don't even need to embellish. I mean,
Right.
what is the one accident where somebody died?
Oh.
You have to give it all away, but there's
Well,
a
so
little,
like,
or
so-
you've had them in the past. Yes.
Well, even our first scene, I mean, it's a funny scene, but the whole story starts with two neighbors, Pearl Ogden and Mrs. Griswold, and Pearl is looking for Mr. Bishop, Mrs. Bishop's husband, so she can apologize for killing him. And we find out she's not a murderer, but what really happened, and all of this is taken from his obituary. So we know that he really did get run over by a wagon, which didn't kill him, but then later on, he did die. So we use these actual, factual information to dramatize our stories.
Right.
So, but yes, they're all based on fact.
And the dead people can haunt, right, Mrs. Bishop?
Absolutely.
Because you are a very haunting presence, but it's also fun to scare the people on the tours.
Of course.
And haunt them.
And I always say we're not like, and I know you say this too, Jeff, we're not like Lake Compounds, we're not doing jump scares, no one's chasing anybody with a chainsaw, but just being in a real cemetery
Yes.
at night in the dark, for some people that's enough. And then we do have these in-between moments that I call them, where these spirits are not part of a scene, they're their own sort of little scene, and they might weave in and out. The way I like to tell, at least my audience, my actors, and hopefully the audience feels this way, they're going into a different neighborhood. They're going into these spirits' neighborhood. And I like the spirits to be moving about. And they're pretty offended when they see these living folk coming into their space, almost as if we're taunting them because we still have the blood coursing through our veins, which they don't anymore. So I want the audience to feel as though they stepped into this other completely, not necessarily different dimension, but a different world for a moment where they can feel the spirit presence around them.
You never know when a spirit's going to come up behind you.
You never
Yes.
know.
I mean,
You never know.
They can still expect to be creeped out, but it's not like and like making people.
Well,
We're not
it
gonna-
can be.
But,
No one's going to chase them out
Right.
necessarily.
Yeah.
Although death might. So death is lurking this year. Death is lurking.
Death is an angel of death. Is
Yes,
there.
we have death personified
The
this
ever lurking
year.
shadow
Yes.
of death.
Yeah.
And it's life is a game. It happens to us all, right? when the death
Young and
wins.
old,
Yeah.
sinners and saints. Yes.
yes. And Jeffrey, so when you say that this brings in a lot for the Noah Webster House, but you do have other seasonal happenings, right?
We do.
Okay.
In September, we do the Real Ale Harvest Festival, and again, rooted in mission a little bit. The breweries and their local breweries, they're tasked with creating a unique cask ale that uses at least one ingredient that they might have found in Noah Webster's garden in the 18th century. So there's a cool little hook to it there. And it's incredibly popular because the folks that come to the Real Ale Harvest Festival are, they're really there to sample all the beers. No, well, yeah, they're having fun and they're drinking a lot of beer, but they're really there to learn something about the beer. And I'm making it sound academic. It's a drinking party, but it's a lot of fun. But there's everybody gets to vote on their favorite beers, and then we have a independent panel of judges that also votes. We give out trophies. It's a great time. It's a great time.
So when you say real ale, it has alcohol in it. Also,
sure.
Is there? So there's like a sommelier type of beer sommelier that can like explain what you're tasting. Like this is oaky and
yeah, we give the you go around, you visit all the booths, and the creators, the beer, the brewers will talk to you about it as you're sampling. You get a sample glass.
Nice.
We change them up every year, but you do have a spec sheet, and it tells you what the beer is and who made it and what's in it, and it's a lot of fun. So that's one program that we do that just passed, and when the holidays are coming, which are coming soon. we do the holiday market, and we've expanded it to 2 weekends this year. It's local artisans. People in West Hartford like to shop, and we want them to come to see us. But these are all different artisans from all over the state and maybe New England. And 2 different weekends, you can come in and do all your holiday shopping in one pop, and you're supporting small businesses too.
Right.
And again, it helps the Noah Webster House. We want to get people in the door. If they drive by and they see the house, once they come in, they're pretty surprised how cool it is. So these are the sorts of programs that draw people closer to engaging with the museum in different ways.
Because I love going to the museum. It's much smaller than I expected, but I love the stories, and I love how they personalize it to what you're hearing and feeling, and that whole. Yeah. So, dead lady, Mrs. Bishop.
Dead lady.
Do you does your back hurt, or what? I mean, are you like reclining mostly, and then you come up for the hauntings, or what? What's the deal with
I
you?
don't like to stay down there forever.
Yeah.
I come up once a year.
You come up once a year.
We like to say this is the time that the veil is lifted between the living and the dead. So when they come to our show, it's very, very close to All Hallows Eve. And this is a really special time that the audience can actually be in touch with the other side, because that veil is lifted. Short period of time, but this is why we're able to see our friends.
A lot of living folk, yeah, and they get on your nerves, don't they?
Oh yeah.
And they smell with the real blood coursing through the veins. I mean,
Smell like living folk.
Decay's the best for someone like you, right?
Yeah.
And Suzanne, amongst your many talents, because you are also an actress. I mean, you've done it
Yes.
all. So what other things do you enjoy doing?
So this time of year, I feel like I wear a lot of hats. Like literally, I'm a gardener, so I'm a garden designer.
And you're a master gardener, is that?
I'm a certified master gardener, so about 18 years ago. And I also work as a naturalist and outdoor environmental educator at Westmore Park. But my garden business, I would say that's my largest job. I love hauntings, and this is my seasonal job in the fall. But yes, and I'm really focused on resilient land care, sustainable land care, using a lot of native plants. That's just really helping the earth, especially as our climate is changing.
Oh, I know, and it's nice to educate.
Yes,
people.
Absolutely.
You know, it's funny, when I first moved here in 1995, I was 5. No,
you were just a child.
Yeah, as a baby. But I had never lived in Connecticut, and we live on Wood Pond, right? So they told us that we had to build a cement or a rock wall, and we just didn't do it because it just seemed wrong to me. And all these years later, and they even would like torment me and say, because it's part of an association.
Yeah.
Anywho, I was right. So everybody has to tear down their wall now. It has to be a natural.
Wow.
Because haven't you noticed that with vines, and I'm sure you have, but like it creeps, it's like a natural barrier. Yeah. And it helps. It's
helped to stabilize the area, because otherwise erosion is going to set in. Yeah.
So it was, but yeah, it's wonderful, the whole education.
Yeah, because people don't know what they don't know. Yeah. And they don't often know that so if we're going to just switch a little bit to the garden stuff, that invasive plants are, really harming our ecosystems. So fortunately, in 2024, through legislation, it was passed that certain invasive plants can't be sold anymore. So things like burning bush, Japanese barberry, and these are things that
I used to see a lot
of garden centers, they make a lot of money from that, which I'm not sure why they wouldn't educate just getting a native replacement instead.
Right.
So those things really, they jump and they end up in the woods. I mean, as I work at Westmore Park and I teach in the woods and we see those growing all over, nobody planted it. It's because it came from someone's garden at some point. The seeds ended up spreading. So I really try to educate people on that, because they often don't know why it's harmful.
Right.
And then just to, put in plants that are more beneficial to our ecosystems.
Yeah, I love learning more about it. So we can find you at Westmore Park as well, then.
Yeah, I'm only working there about 1 day a week now. I just don't have a lot of time. But yeah, I've been there for about 10 years. So I teach K through 5, all the field trips that come out So I teach that.
That's
And you
wonderful.
can find me if people are on Facebook and they're interested in the gardening. It's Suzanne's Garden Tips is my Facebook page.
Suzanne's Garden Tips.
Yep.
Okay, and Jeffrey.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I was with Hauntings for so long that they had another director when I was first there.
Several since
Several, yeah.
since I've been there.
So, where are you from, and what are you excited about when you came aboard the Noah Webster House?
Well, I've been in the museum business for about 20 years. I grew up in East Hartford. I went to college locally. I really haven't left. I love Connecticut, and I love history, and I love old buildings. And the opportunity to join the team at the Noah Webster House was, it was fantastic. We when we got there, we've had multiple directors over the last 25, 30 years that I sometimes I reach out to them and ask them questions, when I really need some advice on something. And we're in good touch with Jennifer Matos. We're doing a ribbon cutting to celebrate the recent renovations to the visitor center, and I asked Jen to come because she got it started, and so she's going to help cut. It's not about me,
Nice.
and so we want her to help cut the ribbon and all that. But we reached out to Christopher Dobbs. I don't know if Hauntings probably started during the Dobbs administration.
Chris, so
I love
he
Chris.
brought Hauntings
Yeah.
to West Hartford. Yeah, that was his. This is
He's
his
a very
baby.
creative guy.
Yeah.
He's a musician, so I like him already, and I hear lots of great things about him.
Yeah, he's out west now.
Yeah, he's out west in Denver, I believe, and but he was just recently home, and I think he came by the museum, and he was pleased to see we're taking good care of it.
Oh,
So,
good.
I'm just there to leave it, a little bit better than I found it, and for the next crew. But our job is just to protect the site and protect the legacy of Noah Webster, and there's a lot to learn.
Yes, exactly. What I love about it is I have gotten really into historical fiction and how exciting storytelling can be. So there's always something else to say, another story, another anecdote, just words of wisdom from way back then, that type of thing. And you have brought that fresh energy, so it's great.
We're focused right now. It kind of goes back and forth. We wear two hats. We have the Noah Webster House and we're in West Hartford Historical Society. And we've just done. We've just put our whole West Hartford History Center back together. We renamed it the Tracy M. Wilson West Hartford History Center.
Nice.
And the collection's in great shape down there. It's nice and safe. And we're doing some cataloging. We're making a push right now to put it online so that it's accessible, so that researchers can find the information they're looking for. We have unique things there that you can't find anywhere else. But then, of course, back to Noah Webster. Incredible life. I'm sort of waving around my blueback speller here, but the stories all started here in this house. It was built in 1747. It was his father's house. It was a farmhouse. Humble beginnings. Went to Yale. Went on to do amazing things. His life is just incredible, and he met so many people. George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison. It's a pretty impressive list.
Yeah, he's made
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
It's a big deal.
It's something that I'm proud of. That and the Mark Twain House. Just people who are from here who have made such a difference.
This region should be
haunted.
proud.
It's haunted, yes.
This region should be proud. I mean, Noah Webster, Harry Beecher Stowe, Mark Twain. We have a rich literary history here in the Hartford region. So.
Yes, very exciting. Now, speaking of exciting, what do you think of these living people with their cell phones? And, aren't they lazy?
Yes. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, I can't stand it. Oh.
It's like
I don't get it.
They used to, and also, they used to put an 8-year-old kid at work at the factory, and you see a picture of him with a cigar in his mouth.
We have a tragic story.
They're all soft.
Yes.
Oh, you do have a tragic story.
And I won't say too much, but one of our tragic stories is a 10-year-old child this year who did die, and he'll tell his story working in a cider mill, and that was the expectation during colonial times that they did work. And it was an accident, but it was still a horrible accident. But yes, children were working.
My husband had an
very
accident too.
Yes, he did.
Your husband had an accident, Mrs. Bishop?
Yes, he got run over with a wagon.
Right. So you've been like planted. You're in like a human sandwich. You're like the dead in the middle.
We can switch.
But yeah, so Mrs. Bishop, what are you going to be focusing on for the hauntings this year? What are you talking about?
I have to find Mr. Bishop.
And that's it? You just want to do that?
Yep, I have to find Mr. Bishop before someone tries to kill him again.
Well, she's a little upset by the girl who was driving the wagon that
They
ran
ran
him
over
over.
him.
Yes, which didn't kill him. It just smushed him in the ground a little bit. But yeah, but she's
paying
a little
attention.
upset
Wasn't
with
paying
Pearl.
attention.
She wasn't paying attention. She was 12. She was 12.
Oh, wait, and
She was 12 driving a horse and buggy.
Oh, yeah, because I was going to say, was she 12 when she got married? That's
No,
another thing about that.
no, but she was 12 when she was driving the wagon. That hit Mr. Bishop.
Yeah.
So.
So what are some of the other events? You've got Christmas. You've got what are some of the adventures that people can go on if they want to bring a group in? Is there like a
You
group
can,
on?
you can book a group tour. You can book a group tour completely in Spanish if you like on a Saturday. So we've added that too. We've had a native speaker. She's from Argentina and she learned the entire house tour.
Wow.
And she does it completely in Spanish. So if you want to test your skills.
Oh, that's great.
But we want to be a museum for everyone. So we want to make sure that people are comfortable there and enjoy themselves. We have there's always something going on. We have some fiber artists working on a piece right now down there that they're just hanging out and they're creating a sort of a quilt type thing it's got different scenes from Connecticut's past and part of what they call America's tapestry. So we're just hosting that. But if you want to bring a group, you can take a group tour. You can hire us to have a little wine and cheese party on a Thursday evening. We'll set up some nice ambiance for you, and you can come in and take a private tour of the house at night, which is a lot of fun. We have early American adventure camp with our friends at Westmore Park. So if the kiddos need something to do in the summer, we
they
host
partner.
that.
We have there's a crossover here.
Yeah, they partnered.
Yeah,
I'm-
very cool.
Yeah, I'm not
I didn't
involved,
know
but
that.
yes.
And then speaking of gardens, our friends from the West Hartford Garden Club take care of our garden. They've been doing that
Historical
since
garden.
1969.
Which is so pretty.
Yeah.
Down the
It's
street.
absolutely gorgeous. So, well, come
Yes.
on, stop in, and it doesn't cost you anything to come in and walk around our garden. So, everybody in West Hartford's welcome to do so. And then, of course, we have War of the Words, which, if you like trivia,
War of the Words.
War of the Words. Webster's War of the Words, also started by Dobbs back in the day. In years past, we would have sort of celebrity. Like somebody like you would be on a team, and they would have a trivia battle. Well, now we've flipped the script, and all the tables we did it at the Pond House last year. We had 14 tables, all filled with 8 folks each, so well over 100 people, and all the tables were playing against each other. So it was a big trivia competition, but it was a fundraiser for the museum. Everybody gets to have wine and beer and dinner, and my team came in second place, which was kind of cool. But it was an absolute blast. So,
Well, when you say War of the Words,
Yeah.
so is it like a combo of Scrabble, spelling bee?
it's trivia. It's trivia.
It's just trivia about words?
So they're reading off different questions. The questions nobody knows what's coming, and it could be a vocabulary question. It could be a multiple choice question. It's a professional trivia company that we bring in to help do that.
Right.
Webster's War of the Words, and it's just
And I've been before, and it's fun.
yeah. Well, this is
probably
this year. Now everybody's playing against each other.
Yeah, that's
so you're not
fun.
just an
I like
observer.
that.
Now you're
Yeah.
in the action. So we
I like
competitive-
I like
turn up
that.
the heat a little
I
bit.
like that it's more interactive.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
And why Webster's War of the Words? Well, I don't need to tell everybody who wrote the American Dictionary of the English Language. It's going to be 200 years old.
Mr. Oxford? Kidding.
You know, that's another guy. But in 2028, we'll be celebrating the 200th anniversary of
Very.
this publication, which is now known as the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. But
Isn't this something, like you think of, for instance, Mrs. Bishop is just stuck. She keeps looking for her husband. Her husband's been killed by a wagon. Yada, 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 same old story. But you think, did they have any inkling of how they would live through time? When you think of Webster and you do think of that, it's very humbling.
well, Mrs. Bishop seems to still be
I
writing
was
the
going to
narrative.
say, Mrs. Bishop is right here living in time right now.
Okay, so, well,
Comes back.
But you don't really like the living. You don't want to share words of wisdom. Like it's speaking of the nomenclature back then. Like, do you want to call someone you dandy?
I might have other words.
Oh, so they had colorful words back then.
Let's look some up in the dictionary.
Oh, there you go.
Have some there.
So
ahead, Jeff.
one of the things
My cheese.
I was just going to share because I've always loved words, and one of the games that my grandma taught us was we would get the Webster's dictionary, and I'm from Minnesota, but I remember it being Webster because I had a best friend whose last name was Webster. So we would look up a word that no one knew, and we would do a multiple choice, and you had to guess the correct definition. It was a nice way to learn words.
That's great.
And it still is that words are power.
Yes.
And the more educated, I know that people love to take it down to, whatever swear words, but it's really a source of great joy, of communicating more effectively.
We have people
right?
that come
Yeah.
and just want to see dictionaries and things. They're just
Yeah.
like, crazy about them.
Yeah.
And so our museum attracts all sorts of folks.
Right.
Well, and we'll see you at Webster's World
Yeah.
if you love words that much.
Oh, I'll be there. And when is
May
the
14th.
Hauntings?
So we open next Thursday. So I think it's October 16th. So we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then the following Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Friday,
so
Saturday.
6 nights. We do 8 tours on Thursdays and 12 tours on Friday and Saturday. Tours go out every 15 minutes. So they can get their tickets on noahwebsterhouse.org.
That's what I was going to ask. next.
Yes, and I don't know how ticket sales are doing. I know that we sold out last year, and the previous year we had over 1,000 people come through the cemetery last year. So I would definitely encourage people to get their tickets because we limit it to 18 people on a tour.
And how long is an average tour?
About 45 minutes.
And they should expect to be in their feet, so don't wear, heels or,
Yeah,
really
right.
comfortable.
They're going to be in a dark cemetery. It's a
Not like
paved
something
path.
I wouldn't pick.
Right. So, and it might be cold. I
Right.
mean, we were really lucky last year and had really mild weather,
Right.
but it might be wet. So, I mean, unless it's pouring rain, we don't cancel. So you would
Okay.
have your umbrellas.
So that'll be fun. And I just want to say, Suzanne, I think you got something stuck on you right there. Could you guys focus in on that? I am the angel of death. I feel like this is like a wrestling. I am the angel of death, but I will be participating in the hauntings. Hello, Mrs. Bishop. She's already dead. You're next. You're next. Are you next? All right, well,
So you will be visiting us as Daphne this year.
I love acting there. It's
Yes.
really a lot of fun. And yes, I will see you there. Mrs. Bishop will see you there.
I will
and
see them.
It'll be a lot of fun. All right, well, thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
All right.
Living folk.
You what?
Living folk.
Oh, I
know.
Living folk are,
It's hard.
Living folk.
they have us.
I know it's the worst. This is like your own personal hell. I know.
Right. And just in case, it's reaching out to you. All right, well, again, thank you so much for coming. I'm really excited to bring the show back. I was a little disillusioned for a while, but now I really love talking about things that make everybody
Yeah.
feel special and important. Good night.